Hey, what's good, guys? Power of the Herd here, and I'm coming to you guys with another kind of discussion video. I'm gonna explain to you guys why I think the blue-white horse build is probably like the best one that there is. So yeah, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So, why do I think the blue-white horses is probably the better build? Well, you have the control portion of the deck, which involves counter spells. So you got Dovin's Veto and Essence Scour, which are probably the. This one's probably the better one. Essence Scour is still pretty good for what it does. But that's you probably throw in like one more counter spell if you wanted to. Which I actually might consider doing. Which maybe another non-creature spell counter. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why the deck is really really quite good. Um, Second reason is that you can play board wipes and it doesn't really hurt you. Is you can play I just had it too. Yeah, there it is. You can play something like Make a Stand, which protects your creatures from being destroyed. You mainly want to do it for uh, the Crested Summer, so that way you protect it. But you can nuke the whole board and then swing with a whole bunch of horses and then just kill your opponent. So that's the reason why the blue white build is actually pretty good. Um, is that reason alone is the one big or the one main creature protects your other ones, and then you're basically nuking your whole opponent's board and leave them with nothing, and then you just kill them with horses. So yeah, that's actually pretty fun. I haven't done that yet, but I really want to. And then another reason is that you can play protection cards, which probably also goes with the counter spells. But this one's probably the best one for uh, blue white is God Dwelling. Because it protects your Crested Summoner from being the target of like red or black spell, which are probably the two main threats. Probably other than white, but yeah. So that's really another good reason. And then also you can play life gain, which is main portion of the deck. Um, so this is really quite good. In this deck, you probably want to run as like maybe a 4 of, but definitely 3 of. But yeah, this is really quite good. It slows down your opponent a lot and lets you help catch up to what they're trying to do. And then Found Renewal, just life gain during your upkeep, so obviously good. Um, I run that as a 4 of, but definitely a good helpful portion to this deck because the whole portion is life gain. So yeah, and then your main reason why this deck is so good is Crest Summer. Gives all your other horses indestructible, which is amazing. Um, and I don't really attack with him unless I have another copy of him on the field. So that way they both have indestructible. Or like a Mega Stand or, something. Um, so yeah, that's basically what I do with him is I usually just leave him untapped and then I just attack with the other horses. So in that way he doesn't die and your other horses don't die either if they try board wipe you. So yeah. And then Waybreak Hippocamp is another reason. Because basically whenever you cast your first spell during your opponent's turn, you get to draw a card. So it's kind of draw power for the deck, which is really quite nice. Plus it's also a 3-drop, so makes it definitely a little bit more faster to bring out. So yeah, so definitely another very good card. And then Showmare is another reason why this or blue white horses is really good. Because it also he can't be blocked by red, which most of my matchups during the M19 format were red. So he was really clutch against those decks. Other than when they side in Tybalt, which basically killed me. But yeah, that's why I run Dovin's Veto in here now, so that way I can counter that and hopefully I still have a shot. So yeah, and then also just gains life whenever he enters the battlefield or is targeted. So that's also really quite amazing. And then Diamond Mare. Diamond Mare is really quite good. He's right. You choose a color, and then when you cast a spell of that chosen color, then you gain 1 life. So more life gain, which definitely helps out a lot with Crested Summer's effect to bring out a token during the end phase when you gain life that turn. Um, so yeah, the whole blue-white build is just amazing for what it does. Just counters your opponent's stuff to make bill 5/5 horse tokens to gain a crap ton of life and so much more. It's just really quite good, and I really just enjoy it a lot. It the one I can't remember if I explained this in the last video or not, but um, so my friend and I were playing Pioneer before I had to go on the Friday night. I think it was a couple nights ago. And so I had Dovin's Veto in my hand, and I kind of countered the wrong spell, not knowing what his game plan was. And so at the end of it, he only has 2 cards left. He played a black spell. I forget what it was, but it's one where you get to cast a or add a spell from anywhere outside of the field uh, to his hand, so it can be like from sideboard or like in like a binder or something like that. And so you add the Jace, where if you don't have any cards left in your deck, then you win the game instead. So that's what he added to his hand, and then once he played that, then he basically won. It was basically a cycling deck where you discard the card, and then you draw 1. And he had the spell where cycling pays for 0, so he could just discard it for basically free, and then just draw a card. So if I would have known that he was going to go for Jace, I probably would have held on to Dovin's Veto for that, because by that time he probably would have had 0 cards left in his deck, and I probably would have won because he had burnt through his whole deck. So yeah, that's basically kind of the backstory on that. But anyways, back to subject of the video. So yeah, that's basically the cards I showed you guys is kind of my opinion on why blue-white horses may be the better option to go with. Because like you guys had seen, you can play counter spells, you can play very few creatures and still kind of do well. I still play the demigods, which are actually very quite good, but yeah, it's just a really good person to go with. Plus you got life gain too that you can add in protection, and yeah, it's just a lot more better of a build to play. So yeah, that's just kind of my reasons on why I think blue-white horses are gonna be a little bit better At least in my opinion. Um, Now in Modern it'll be too slow, but maybe in Pioneer you might have a shot. Depending on what your locals is. And trust me, I've played horses in Modern. It's not fun. I just get outpaced like way too quickly. So, but in Pioneer, I haven't actually tried it yet. Because I haven't had enough people to sign up for the tournament. So, because everyone does like standard. So, um, but there is a day where my locals does actually do Pioneer. I just need to go up on one of those days and play. So, but yeah. So that's basically it for today's kind of discussion video. So yeah. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Alright, like this.